Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome back to another video where I use textured spray in a rattle can to match my new bumper to the rest of the van. I was given this bumper by a lovely subscriber who was upgrading their bumpers, so thanks Andy, you're a legend, I owe you a pint or two. Regular viewers of the channel will also know that I'm no paint shop pro. I just like to give things a go, and if all else fails and I bugger it up, I'll take it to a professional to undo what I've done and to make it look proper. Remember, as with all my videos, these are not instructions on how to do it, they're just for entertainment purposes, so do any of this at your own risk. Right, let's crack on and I'll let Colin tell you why the bumper was already attached to the van, even though it needed removing again before spraying.
So the reason why the bumper is actually attached to the van before I've even started working on it is because when I went to go pick it up from the awesome subscriber Andy, I don't know why I'm pointing there, maybe I'll put the word Andy because I don't think I've got a picture of Andy. You're a legend by the way Andy, thank you so much. But the reason it's attached is because I were on my way to a trip when I went to go pick it up, and that trip involved me staying in the van stealth as possible, and I didn't want to sleep in the van with this big massive bumper in my way and stuff like that. So we thought the best thing to do is attach it to the van, then it's out of the way, it's done and dusted, and then when it comes to spraying it and sorting it, I can take it back off again and do that. So I hope that clears that up, because a couple of people have asked, well, why have you put it already on your van? Well, that's the reason. Nice, right, let's go try and break a bumper. Lovely.
I started by removing the screws holding the bumper in place. There aren't many considering its size, only 6 in total, so I'll add some more when I reattach it back later on. Next was the number plate, and then I could take out the bolts holding the bumper on from the front. It was then just a case of pulling it off, and removing the rest of the parts I didn't want spraying. Then came the arduous task of sanding the whole bumper so that the paint would have a fighting chance of adhering to the surface and not chipping off during its first wash. After a good degrease and wash with soapy water, then a rinse down, I left it in the sunshine to dry fully. While the bumper was drying, I spent that time giving the can a good shake. My neighbour, who was in a garden at the time, did give me a funny look. It was then time to start applying the paint. I'm not sure about you lot, but this is the part I'm always most apprehensive about. And I'm 100% sure that I'm not applying the correct method when spraying, but I'm having fun working on my van.
So that's the first couple of coats on, looking pretty snazzy. If you're interested in what I'm using, I've no idea. It's called Replash Structure Coat by Outtakes. It's this stuff and Andy gave me it, so I didn't buy it. This whole project's not cost me a penny, which fits my freaking Yorkshire wallet perfectly, I know. And yeah, it's just a case of keep texturing it, just keep putting it on in really thin coats. Maybe several coats, and I probably only used about that much of the tin so far, so happy days with that. Leaving about 10-15 minutes between coats, and then I'll let it bake in the sunshine. The perfect weather. This is the second DIY I've done on the van, and the weather has been perfect for the DIY. I'm just going to keep spraying this, and once it's dried and baked, you'll see me again, putting all the accessories back on again, and getting it back on the van. Lovely.
In between coats, I decided to clean up the other parts I'd removed from the bumper, so they looked all snazzy when I put them back on. I then began to apply the final coat and left it to bake in the sunshine.
So it's pretty much done, and I'm really happy with the results, I'll be perfectly honest with you, considering I'm not any kind of professional spray paintist. Looks pretty nice. I'm just waiting for the last coat now to dry. Just going to leave it baking in the sun for a few hours before I start putting all the accessories back on it again and get it back on the van. Oh, Lovely. I love it when things go right.
After putting the parts back on the bumper, it was time for the first mount. Easier said than done when you're doing this on your own. I put all of the screws back, adding a few more as I went, and I was pretty happy with the results. Stay tuned as I have a few more little mods to add to the van before the final reveal at the end.
So it's a few days later and this has just arrived in the post. Now regular viewers of the channel will know that when I did something like this before, it didn't go very well. So let's see if I can not get this one wrong. All right.
I began cleaning the windscreen so it was clear of any dust and grease. And then it was just a case of fighting with the pre-cut film until it was in place. I added water underneath this time so then I was able to move it about before the film stuck to the glass. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy with the end result. And for those interested, the film lets in 70% of light, and I'll put a link in the description below to where you can purchase it. Right, back to the bumper, and this is me fighting, with the wrong tool obviously, to get the chrome strip off. But I knew after I'd removed them and sprayed them, they would complete the look I was going for in the end.
So eventually these came off after a massive struggle. I used a really important implement called the knife, don't do what I do, and there's little clips just on the top here, I don't know if you can see these. And yeah, so they need sort of pushing in and then it pops off, if that makes sense. I say pops off, it doesn't really. You're going to get angry with it. You're going to cut yourself like I did. And yeah, we'll move on from that. What I'm going to do now is give these a good clean up, then give them a bit of a scuff in so then the paint can adhere to it, and then spray them gloss black so it matches the rest of the bumper. Lovely.
As mentioned, I'm here cleaning the chrome strip, letting them dry in the sun, and then scuffing up the chrome so the paint will adhere to the surface. I then gave the can a good shake and began to spray 2 or 3 coats until I'd achieved the desired look I was going for. Fitting them back on was way easier than taking them off. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final reveal. The bumper is finished and I'm really happy with it. Tell me what you think in the comments. Would you have stayed black and textured, or would you have colour coded them to the van? I do actually love the commercial look. And now with the bumper looking all mean and moody, I can spend most of my time driving in the outside lane of the M62 right up the backside of another vehicle, because as we know, that bumper has added at least 600 horsepower. Thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you guys on the next adventure, wherever that may be. See you, bye!
Do the bumper as I've mentioned. No, I've already mentioned that. Gave me the bumper, legend, thank you. Decided, no. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. That needs to go back a bit so I'm not in sun. Editing call. Say something like I wash them and then let them bake dry in the searing 20-degree heat of the UK heatwave.